Introduce our next speaker in the expert category, Colin Mole. He's an author of Stop Screwing Up Your Love Life, subtitled Freedom from Stress, Drama, and Broken Relationships using the DBC method. He helps people discover their blind spots. He has 30 years of counterintuitive thinking and trainings. He's created marriage 4 times within 3 months, including once within a few hours. I don't know what that means, but it's very intriguing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Colin Mole! Woo!
Joanne! What you doing? Get over here. Can you make sure that door is locked? Of course it is. Yeah, I know, but you didn't check. You don't check it. You just say, of course it is, but you don't actually check it, do you? You do that every time. You just make me really angry. I was watching Joanne and Dave going at it like that, and I thought, wow, this is terrible. They've been married for 3 years, and I thought, why would I want to get into a relationship? It's horrible. Have you ever experienced that? Or have you ever been in those sort of situations? So today we're going to look at the reasons why we don't get into relationships. And then if you vote for me, we'll get into the second one where we're in relationships and how we have to deal with the problems inside the relationships. So I want to obviously deal with this thing about getting married in 3 months, because obviously a couple of you may be worried about that. So you don't have to do that, it just shows what is possible. But if anybody wants to get married in the next few hours, I will be available after this. Hang around. So I'll take you back, explaining that this whole thing is about the possibility that you are the creator of your love experience, whether we believe it or not. Just a little hard. And we're going to see how that's possible, or why we believe we're not the creator. And going back to that first story, I noticed that Dave had these sort of trust issues about Joanne. Locking doors and whatever. Crazy, personally. Have you ever noticed that you have trust issues in relationships?
Yeah.
Have you noticed other people have issues with trust in relationships, or trust issues with you? Seems it's another major issue. So looking at those sort of issues, and I'll come back to it at the end, after I've given you this other story about another issue in relationships, or getting into relationships. I'll take you back to England. This is back in 1989. You'd see me all besotted by this other girl, Lulu. She was blonde. It was great. Of course, all blonde. And the only trouble was there was this guy called Peter as well. There was another one, Brian Newman. And it seemed they were getting on really well, and I just couldn't understand it, because this guy Pete would always say, hey, this is back in England, he'd say, hey babe, and stuff. And I think, what the hell? That's not how you're meant to speak to a girl. You're not educated, not cultured. And you wouldn't say please or thank you, and I've been taught by my parents that's how you're meant to behave. What the hell? But she loved him. I thought, there's something wrong here. There's really, either she's wrong or they're wrong or something's wrong. But I noticed during my meditation, I kept on having those thoughts and just noticed that they were already there. And then I noticed also that I got these beliefs about them helped me feel superior about them, because obviously I was very cultured. I knew how you should or shouldn't behave, and they didn't. She didn't, he didn't. And also, I felt if I could teach them how to behave properly, maybe they'll behave properly, I could have some sort of level of control, shame them into it maybe. But then I realised that it was causing problems. It was obviously stressing me out, driving me crazy, and depressing me that my love of my life was going to run off with Peter. Yeah. So I got over that and realised that because it just wasn't worth having this belief. And all these beliefs were conditioned, I guess, from my childhood, from my parents. I just gave it up, and I noticed that Pete was a pretty cool guy, pretty easygoing. I thought, wow, this is amazing. I started experiencing him as a whole new person, and it was definitely improved our relationship, more love and affinity there. And so I want to have a look at the finally wrapping up with this DPC process that designed. As you know, with all good artists, you need to start off with a blank canvas, A. But of course, most of us, we don't have a blank canvas. We have a lot of beliefs and, do I say, baggage to carry around with us. Some of my baggage here. And we like our baggage because we've been collecting it for a long time. This baggage gives us this is a very accurate picture of how you see the world. This is how you see Democrats, the Republicans, and the religious people, non-religious people, the rich people, poor people, etc. There's a few little dots that I've been trying to fill in about how women are and how brain surgery is and how to do public speaking. And then we go on and we want to create our perfect life. A dream life with our perfect partner and the 2.3 kids. They're actually inside the house. And of course we then go on and we actually do create it. And we end up with the perfect picture. And of course, as I mentioned, the way to create that perfect picture is by starting with that blank canvas. And the way to do that, as I mentioned, is through questioning these beliefs or getting to understand why we have these beliefs, notice the payoffs and the benefits and the costs of it. And so the main thing is the questioning comes from realizing that you want to stand up for a second. Can you stand up? Can I get you to stand for a second so we can get this imprinted on our minds about how the questioning works? So instead of being used by your brain, your mind, your beliefs, I want you to use your mind and your beliefs. Do you want to try that? So I want to, instead of being used by your mind, I want you to use your mind. Use your mind. Thank you.